Hey there, StarCraft fans! It's Falcon Paladin coming at ya with yet another edition of StarCraft Brood War Remastered. Today, it's going to be a game between Scan and Olympus. I originally cast onto my YouTube stream about a week ago, maybe a little bit longer than that. I figured it needed to be shown on the main channel as its own standalone cast. It is an excellent PvT, again, between Scan and Olympus. Found it in a Scan replay pack. I did not know how good it was, but man, it is very, very excellent. Not quite epic, but an excellent PvT. So, go ahead, strap right in for an excellent TVP, and I will see you after the cast. I did say that, didn't I? So let's go Scan versus Olympus. I guess that was kind of a Terran game. The last one was. I don't know. Let's do it. Scan versus Olympus on... Oh. I don't know what this map name is. If somebody wants to go tell me what this map name is, I'd appreciate it. I've cast a game on this before, I really feel like. But I don't remember what the name is at all. So top right, we've got Scan. He is our blue Terran player. And bottom left, we've got Olympus, who is a purple Protoss player. Alright, gonna ×2 this to start it off, just because we've got some longer games today. So, TVP fans, being happy about what we've got on the stream. Again, hit that like button if you haven't already. Send me your replays to falconpaladin@gmail.com with the subject of Brood War. I'll put them in a folder, and they'll get cast. That's how this works. So we'll see how aggressive these guys can be. Again, I don't know what this map name is. Got a big old diamond in the middle with some water. Got expansions that are walled off and pretty easy to hold. I guess that's main. Yeah, so it's a 4-player map. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Minerals only at the 12 o'clock and 6 o'clock. 3 o'clock and 9 o'clock have fairly wide ramps, but there's gas and minerals there. And then that's it. It is a very basic 4-player map here. Interesting spot here, though, isn't it? This is a little jut out area. Alright, SCV scouting. I'm going to step away for a minute and be right back. Do 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 do. Ba 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 da. Dragoon pressure is real, baby. At 2 SCVs for 2 Dragoons. As is tradition, we are making a robotics facility back home. second factory of the day coming in. Machine shop just about done for the first factory of the day. Alright, siege tank shows up. We done pressuring with dragoons now. By golly, we're getting an observatory because we're worried about spider mines too. And there it is. Okay, so we've got a Templar Archives. We have an observatory. Stargate coming any second now for them Arbiters. And additional factories on the way from Scan. Because what else is he gonna do? You're gonna get a ComSat station, worried about potential DT stuff, which is entirely fair because guess what? There's DTs in this shuttle. And spider mines getting researched while we're also getting faster vulture movement. Double upgrades. Oh yeah. Alright, so the DTs show up. We've got enough energy for a scan. We just don't have any units to kill these DTs, actually. So kill it. Kill the ComSat station. Oh, gets a scan off before it dies. It's enough to get some hits off on one of the DTs, but guess what we have shuttles for? We have shuttles. I mean, this really should be enough. Man, this little vulture attack does not go well whatsoever. Scan's just like, I just gotta go. But with, oh, I don't know about this at all. Tank down, tank down, tank down. Bringing a million vultures down here, too. He does clean up the DTs. And by that, I mean, there's still a DT in that shuttle, so never mind. This is crazy. Spider-Mine's getting laid down. Very nice. Ugh. Dragoon dead. Backed into a corner. Stay away from the spider mines. They will kill you. Vultures sacrificing their own lives so the tanks can actually take the dragoons down as well as they can. Is he still trying to? Yeah. He really does need some anti-air. Ooh, scan comes in. Pick up. Very nice here from Olympus, actually. Beautiful play. Siege tanks taken down a pylon. Sweet. Spider mines getting a hit off. No, did not hit that dragoon. Amazing. Somehow amazing. Yeah, but I mean, here's the thing, Bear. I put those Cray mainframes in the backyard for Cinnamon to hack. You know, just as a test of what she's capable of, and she did it, so I'm very proud of her, and we've got some plans in the future. Arbiter Tribunal here. Arbiter production in the production tab. Armory. Third command center on the way. Protoss need to expand the Terran. I don't see any plans for a third base from Olympus here, which I am definitely concerned about. You can't let the Terran get a third base before you do, or you're going to have a bad time. Going on an adventure. Trying to kill them spider mines adventurously. Starport, 4 science vessels, not much else. Maybe dropships, maybe. Usually not something we see in TVP from Terran after the first 5 minutes or so, but sure, perhaps today. Perhaps. And there's your third base. Okay, so it does clear out the 6 o'clock. Interestingly enough, doesn't go for the gas expansion up here, which is not that far. It's kind of far away. $138 to 100 supply. Olympus has a nice lead. I'll do that. Farewell. Stasis getting researched. Science vessels on the way. A Spider-Mine Vulture Siege Tank line here as the third base is done and getting saturated by our Terran player. Looking good, getting that third base up with the gas. Going to be useful for his tanks and stuff. Mostly for the tanks, but also Goliaths. If he starts getting into those, which Charon Boost is on the way, at least to deal with the Arbiters. There's really no sign of a carrier transition yet from Olympus. And this really just feels like a casual poke. Pit him against the wall. Take him down. Oh, yeah. Bottom right base at least getting held here by Scan. Not anymore. Belongs to Olympus. Olympus, not Impus at all. It's definitely Olympus. Yep, factories humming, gateways pushing hard too. And both players just kind of hanging. I mean, Scan knows he needs to send out. I mean, Artosis does learn from Scan, right? That's that the joke? That's the joke. All right, man. We decided to push into Spider-Mine Siege Tank territory, which is definitely very scary. Also, detection needs to be an issue. We've got missile turrets in the house. Zealots getting on top of this big turret wall here. And actually, a siege tank goes down to Zealots. They get cleared out by other siege tanks and vultures. And now it's just residual Zealots inside the third base killing vultures and maybe a couple SCVs, but for the most part, that was not as big a deal for Olympus. Hey, Adam, what's up? Which one was your game? I don't know. Were you the Hatchery Cake game? Or were you a fastest map? Bottom right base coming in here from Olympus. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5th total base here from Olympus. That's what you need to see as a Protoss. Out expanding the Terran like a crazy person, like a Zerg. Little vulture attack down here. Can't do much against buildings, but a lot of damage against shields. Probe transfer down to the bottom right now, coming on in. Vultures on a mission somewhere. They're running very fast, and then they stop instantly. Alright, guys, what are you up to? What you up to today? It is a ghost in production from Scan, though. What? Is that an accident? No, it can't be an accident. He built a covert ops. What is going on? I chose this game at random, y'all. I did. I went in and said, we haven't cast a Scan game in a while on Sunday. Let's do it. And I grabbed a random one against Olympus, who I don't know very well. I did not know we would get a ghost today. What is this ghost for? Ow. Ow. That's right. Ow. Okay, well, Olympus is very happily mining with 72 probes. He's maxed out. He's building up a bank. It is... what? Why so many Goliaths? He's making 5 Goliaths at a time. There is no sign of a carrier transition at all out of Olympus. Maybe he's being faked into thinking there is one. I mean, yes, it could be for a nuke, but we need a nuke silo for that, and we just don't have any of those. All the command centers have the comsats on them. I don't know. He's making more ghosts, you guys. He wants to lock down potential drops that come in and try to kill him. That's what this ghost is sitting here for. The Vulture run by into the bottom right. Ow, ow. A couple probes go down to 67 at the end of the day, but Vulture's cleaned out. Kind of brought his whole army down here, Olympus did. Recall getting researched. Storm getting started now, too. More gateways getting at it all the time. And Olympus is just zerging it. He does run an Arbiter directly into 2 missile turrets and dies. This is an EMP science vessel. Okay, gets a nice hit on these gateway units on the ground. Doesn't get the Arbiters, which is maybe a better target. And then just overwhelmingly coming into this third base. Scan is in a lot of trouble. Oh man, SCVs running for their lives. Also dying fairly quickly. 52 SCVs to 70 probes. Not a good number. Million siege tanks up. Good stasis on the Goliath on the back end, but the tanks count is kind of insane. It is super impressive here. Another stasis would be real nice, but we don't have energy for that. Okay, pulling back, pulling back. Third base, Comsat station getting sniped down by some of them Zealots. +2 attack, +1 armor. The mech is at +2 attack, +0 armor. But enough to handle a couple Zealots any day of the week. Oof. Okay, recall is almost done. Storm's almost done after all that. 20 Zealots at a time from Olympus. He's playing this like it's a fastest map, and he's expanded here too. Oh my goodness. Yeah, this is just the zerging the Terran strategy is how you win against a good Terran player. And that's exactly what Olympus is doing here today. Scan has a million tanks, but I don't know that it's going to be enough. Just trying to take a 4th base up here, but that's not happening. Is dead. Goodbye, command center. We hardly knew thee. Just kidding. It's totally alive, but also burning down. Siege tanks show up to try to save it. Repair! Repair the command center. Ah, Makwabear. He knows the Dune. I saw Dune last week. It was really good. I really, really enjoyed Dune a lot. Can't wait for part 2, which is going to be in like 3 years. So that's not great. Both players are maxed out, but Olympus has a bigger bank, which is a huge deal. Great spider mine hits. And you're not attacking into this. I don't care how much of a bank you have. This is not happening. I don't know. Look, man, there are many situations where Terran has just kind of won because they park 27 siege tanks right about here, and then the Protoss just dies. Let's see if that happens, eh? Ooh, EMP on the Arbiter. Great hit there by Scan. Pulling back to the siege tanks who are sieging up. Ow. Ow. Oh my gosh. This is not going well for the Protoss, but once again, you gotta trade out for siege tanks. Don't lose everything to siege tanks. But if you can kill 4 or 5 tanks for all your Dragoons, you kind of sort of want to do it. It doesn't feel good. You're making bad trades, but whittling down the tank count is a big deal. This base is alive. He repaired it, and he floated it back over. Amazing. Absolutely insanely amazing stuff. Alright, what are we at? Tanks, +3 attack, no armor for the tanks. And the Dragoons are at +3 attack, +2 armor. So better upgrades here for the Protoss. Just a bit more missile turrets here. Our ghosts are nowhere to be seen. I don't know if they were part of the army and got wiped out at some point. No, there's one here. Hey, man. How you doing? There was one up here, but I guess maybe now... The vect. Oh, yeah, one here. Huh. Yeah, I don't know, man. This is turning out... This is turning into a pretty good game. Again, Olympus has more money, but does that matter once the siege tanks get into position? Scan is getting very close to a position where he can just siege up and kill a base easily. So Olympus is going to show some... Yeah, there you go. Going to show some defense here. A little bit of resistance in the area. Coming from the right side, too. And, man, that Protoss army just got absolutely cleaned up here. Just a line of dead Dragoons. Scan does not have any cash. He has no cash. But he's winning these engagements because he just has a bajillion siege tanks. And the push continues because that wasn't enough resistance to slow it down. Are there enough zealots to clear these tanks out? Great stasis catches 5 of them. Whittling down their numbers a lot, but the reinforcements up at the top side are just a lot right now. It's 193 to 174 supply for Olympus, though. He is able to produce more stuff than Scan is. Scan's only at 3 tanks at a time. So, I mean, while this is looking really good for the Terran, the stasis is buying time. The production and the defender's advantage is kicking in for Olympus as well, where his units are popping out on top of the battlefield, and Scans have to walk across the map here. So he knows these guys are coming out of stasis in just a second. So he needs to be careful with it, zealots. Let's do this thing. This is absolutely crazy right now. This is a good TVP. Tanks came out of stasis, did not get instantly killed. Not ideal. But reinforcements coming from the other way. Oh, that's right. There's gateways down here, too. And Scan is just kind of getting sandwiched. His tank count was very big and intimidating. He's got 4 more joining the party. But I feel like these on the high ground are dead, so they're replacing ones that died. This is pretty intense. All right, so come up the ramp. Come into my web, said the spider to the fly, is what Olympus is doing here. Come up to this high ground where I can deal with you more easily than coming to where you are. A recall on top of the tanks would be pretty neat. There's no anti-air here at all. And he's making 20 zealots at once. I mean, look, Scan's top left now, so that actually helps him immensely. Defensive matrix on the siege tanks, keeping them alive longer than they should. And you know what? Not dead yet. Okay, now dead. Man, just pumping 3-2-3 zealots all over the place here. Still only one vehicle plating right now from Scan. Zealots picking off reinforcements as they come in. Scan is continuing to push across the map, able to make now 4 siege tanks and 5 vultures at once. This is nuts. Olympus's bank is gone. He's at 400 minerals. Scan's at 300, but look who's kind of pulling back. Scan doesn't like what he sees. He doesn't like the continuous reinforcements that he's dealing with. This 6 o'clock is mined out. That mined out very quickly. This is mined out. This is mined out. The main is effectively mined out. Olympus is only on 2 mining bases right now. And guess what? Scan is also on 2 mining bases. Being on equal mining bases is not good. It is really bad for the Protoss. Is Scan just going to win this thing? I don't know. I don't know what to expect right now. Olympus has more stuff, but his potential income is about the same as what Scan's is. We've just cut this map in half. I think Olympus needs to kill a base. This cannot happen. If this happens, Scan's going to win for sure. But Olympus is too busy dealing with this in the middle of the map. Double lockdown on the Arbiters in the middle of the battle. Fantastic. I mean, there's other Arbiters to supply the cloaking and stasis, but still. What's up, dumb Jezza? Okay, so he's got enough army to come push top left right now. He might be able to wipe out these 2 sources of income, which he kind of needs to do to win. It's 144 to 102 supply. Another stasis on one of the Arbiters. There's another one available. Ghost dies for it. Dies for the lockdown. SCV is forced to flee. Tanks coming in, trying to save it. Got to deal with the spider minefield, but SCV count dropping 53 of them on the field right now. If you only had some splash damage, like, oh, dragging a spider mine into the mineral field would be a pretty hot move. Just trying to kill as many SCVs as possible to slow down Scan's macro. He's not killing these bases. God, this base is still up. Yeah, this base is still up too. Arbiter exists, but doesn't have enough energy to do anything at all. Anything whatsoever. Okay, well, guess what? Congratulations, you're still mining on 2 bases, but now it's 3 bases for Scan. 157 to 123 supply. Scan holds, and the recall! He gets the recall off. Is that another Arbiter? I didn't think this Arbiter had enough energy for a recall. Okay. So that was humongous. 46 SCVs now. Missile turret down. This base is dead. I mean, these are +3 Dragoons smashing this thing. Run. All you can do is run. Save it. Save the... He's going to save the command center. The Observer is trying to avoid getting stormed, but... Ooh! 1 HP on that guy. Almost... Ooh, the command center does go down. That's big. That was the goal. He wanted to kill the command center. So this isn't a source of income, but this is still a source of income. It's heavily oversaturated right now. Olympus does not have a ton of money. He's up 163 to 117 supply. This is a frigging-tastic game. This is so good. I mean, I saw somebody in the chat say this is an epic tag. But, I don't know if it is. It's very good. I'm going to give it a very good tag. Another Ghost in production here from Scan. Both players just kind of taking a bit of a breather, but I think Olympus knows he can't let Scan have this. If Scan has this, I think Olympus is dead. The sound of many siege tanks sieging up in the morning. Stasis catching the science vessel. Does he want to get in there? He's got 323 upgrades. The mech still has that +1 vehicle plating. Doesn't seem to be interested in going for +2, but here's the engagement. And trying to get up this ramp, but also getting flanked from the right side. I don't know if there's enough Protoss for this. Good stasis does cut down the number of Goliaths and Vultures pretty heavily. But Zealots engaging here. Good Storm taking out Spider Mines. Oh, takes out his own obs too. The Storms have been a little bit sloppy here, but oh my gosh, this base going down. This base going down is massive for Olympus. It means he can hold on. I don't know if this is a game-winning play for him, but it is a pretty big freaking deal. This base dying and SCV count continuing to plummet. 34 SCVs to 72 probes, but having 72 probes doesn't matter if you're out of places to mine. This top left needs to be a priority as well. Trying to hold Storm in the tanks as they wander up into Storm range. Lockdown on the Arbiter. Where did that ghost come from? Here he is. He's firing away. He's got 0 kills, but a very important lockdown right now. That command center is, down to 3, 2, 1. Burning down. Done. Goodbye. Fairly well. And this base dies, but the top left base continues and finishes construction. SCV's coming in, trying to save it. Holy Schenectadies, this is a good match. Okay, but it's 180 to 102 supply. Another army is coming in. I just do not see a path forward here for Scan to win this game. He just doesn't have enough economy. This has been exceptionally good. But Olympus mining out over here, right? Yeah, these mineral patches are not long for this world. They're under 100. Some of them have more, but another recall. That's it. That's your GG. The recall play. And Scan loses another command center. What's up, Wild Pikachu? Yeah, that command center is dead. Oh, hang on. Fly, little command center. Fly. Spider-Man's getting laid down. The tanks are holding. There's enough Zealots. Friendly fire splash. Tank down. Tank down. Tank down. Tank down. 59 supply for Scan. He can't keep up economically. The command center is alive. But, God, more units coming from the south, causing storms all over the place. Can he repair the command center? Does he have enough resources to do it? It's cheaper to repair it than it is to build a new one, but I don't know that there's anybody in the neighborhood. And the second floating command center burns down while floating. See, these mineral patches are going away. These mineral patches are a little bit better, but still not going to last forever. Scan fighting, scrapping hard. He's got another command center coming in. I don't know if he floated that from his... He floated it from his main. Because he still has this. But this is not gonna... Oh, another recall! Oh no, this is an important command center! Okay, this is GG. GG! GG! Well done. Well done indeed by Olympus. I need to cast more Olympus. This dude is seriously good. Some clutch recalls at great times. Good upgrades on his units. Engaging with the Terran army. Good stasis use. Good macro. I mean, he's spending his money so well. And yeah, he knew he was running out of cash and had nowhere else to go. He could not let Scan have these two bases, and then very intelligently decided to kill these two bases. Well done indeed. What's up, Russ? Welcome to the stream today. Glad that you're here. Beautiful. I mean, that was just... There were a couple moments where Scan was pushing with a big mech army in Olympus. He was this far from having siege tanks wiping out his main. And instead, Defender's Advantage kicks in. He has a ton of gateways down here. He has the gateways over here. He's running in, stasising. Just a great TVP for sure. Amazing. 309,000 points for Olympus, 281 for Scan. Ended up killing about the same number, producing similar numbers here too. Scan actually outproduced and outkilled, but lost more. Friendly fire? Maybe friendly fire. 22 Terran buildings razed and only 2 Protoss buildings died. That's a huge number for sure. And then outspent the Terran by a good 20,000 points. 22,000 points. That's massive. That is a big number for sure. Oh, that was great. All right. Well, that is a great match. I think I'm going to split that out into its own replay, into its own cast later this week. Only 100 people watching is not what we want exactly for something like that. All right, and that's going to be it for me. This has been Falcon Paladin coming at you with yet another edition of StarCraft Brood War Remastered. Go ahead and hit that like button, hit that subscribe if you like what you saw and what you heard today. You can also catch me on Twitter, Facebook, Patreon, and Twitch, all at /Falcon Paladin. And until next time, as always, thank you so much for watching. And until next time, you take care of yourself.